just leaving the port here in Tubigon. Run across this, I saw this church on top of the hill, and I just had to come up here and take a look at it. I thought it was burned up, but no, this is this church was destroyed during the big Bohol earthquake about 3 years ago. You can see all that, how that has all crumbled and fallen away there. The whole structure has experienced a lot of damage, and apparently they've either ripped the top off or rebuilding it. But it's not a fire. It just fell apart. And here's looking back at the other one. You can see the damages there. You can see the damages up in the corner outside those windows. This concrete was pretty soft when they built these churches years ago, and if you don't get sand that's fresh sand with no salt in it, you got a weak concrete, and it's going to deteriorate pretty quickly. So a lot of these churches they didn't have the cement, Portland cement that we have today, of course, and then the lime to make some stronger cement and concrete. So this is what happens. And then if you notice, they've got just the rocks and in behind it, and then they had a cement face on it, fascia, and that's just all crumbled and cracked and fell away. Just getting here, I'm sure, and I thought about it on board, that I'm going to be running across a lot of buildings and structures here that was damaged by the earthquake. There's a small shelf that's only about 100 feet deep here, 125 feet deep, that connects Bohol to Cebu, and that's why Cebu experienced a lot of damage, was because when Bohol suffered the huge earthquake, I think it was around an 8.0, maybe higher, then it shook the travel plate, the plate between Bohol and Cebu, and it shook Cebu pretty good, even though Bohol was the center of the storm, or the earthquake. Well, let me get out of here and see what else I can show you. I'm just a couple of kilometers north or south of Tubigon, and with the morning sun, it's about 9:40. The morning sun really highlights some of the stuff here, especially the rice fields behind me and the trees. So I'm not going to be wearing my helmet here. They said you can get by without it here. Nobody's wearing them. So let me take you across the street. No helmets, and show you another rice paddy we're working here. This is really nice here. This is true paradise living here, as you would picture it in the books. The way the sun is striking these coconut trees here is really, really pretty. Coconut trees lining that whole back end of all these rice paddies. And the guys out here working the rice paddies with his water buffalo, carabao. That carabao is having the time of his life. Playing in the water and the mud all day long. These people sure work hard. Now behind him, you can see the guys, there's two of them working, actually there's three of them. You can see the two guys together. They've got a wad of grass in their, rice plants in their hand, and they're just walking backwards, stabbing it into the ground. You can see them stabbing. And they're doing the same thing back over here. There's 6 of them over here. But I just had to stop and get this. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this kind of stuff, but it's really pretty in through here. I'm traveling on down toward the south end of the island, and came across another little spot here I thought I'd stop and give you a video on. It's the mountains here of Bohol. You got all these rice fields out here. And this rice here is starting to get pretty mature here, as you can see. But you got all these beautiful mountains wrapped all the way around. The rains rains have sure helped. It's been a dry year. This is a big wide area. I just had to film it for you. Beautiful country in here. And all those rows of coconut back there, coconut trees. A little town called Calape, Calape, or however they pronounce it, and I saw this big beautiful church, very old church, and I saw the front half and I thought I was going to see how, pulled in here to see how bad it was damaged, and I'm looking at the side of this church now. I think this is the St. Vincent F-E-R-R-E-R Fair Parish Church. And it looks like the whole sides of this church has been completely rebuilt. All the new, I see new windows in here, new stained glass, new doors, new hardware. And up on top you can still see the bamboo where they're doing the work. So I'm going to make a guess and assume that this was damaged pretty heavily with the earthquake. I see the new construction in the back and the back end of it too. So I bet you this suffered an awful lot of damage. And this is what this is the after product of 3 years of hard work.